The KV-2, the Tier 6 heavy tank with the 150mm gun, it's become pretty much a meme on World of Tanks, and the reason why is simple. That gun is brilliant against low armoured tanks. Hi guys, it's Mr. Silly Nipples, and we are back on World of Tanks with the second tank review on my channel, which will be of the KV-2. Now, the KV-2 as a heavy tank was developed after the KV-1 in World War II, I believe, and it was plagued with problems. It was designed to take out barracks and defences. It wouldn't be designed to take out barracks, that's a load of crap. Idiot. But they decided that the KV-1 needed a bigger gun, and mounting a bigger gun required a bigger turret, which is where the KV-2 came from. One of the main problems it had, which is absolutely hilarious, is it could not fire on the move. The turret could not turn while it was moving because of how the turret worked. I think it was bearings. The bearings couldn't work when the tank was moving, and the gun couldn't fire either when the tank was moving. It was big, it was heavy, whether it wasn't massively slow. I don't think it was much slower than the KV-1, if slower at all. But anyway, the KV-2, is it any good? Well, we'll have a look. With 700 average damage per shot and 110 average penetration on armour piercing rounds, that's not too bad for a Tier 6. I mean, there's not a large amount of Tier 6 tanks, I say that, there probably is, that have that sort of armour. If I have a quick look through my Tier 6 tanks, the heavy tank, frontal armour 100, if you hit that flush you'll penetrate, doing 700 damage. I mean, the Cromwell won't have 100, no, 63 and 76 on the turret, so that'll go through. However, you do not play the KV-2 with armour piercing. I mean, you can if you want, but high explosive's more fun. 86 penetration, 910. I think it's 910 average damage, so this thing can roll over 1,000 damage on some tanks, and it's hilarious against some Tier 8 tanks that are low armoured, such as Batchat 12Ts, TVPs, Scorpion G. If you shoot the turret on the Scorpion G with this, you're going to penetrate and take off most of its health, if not all of it. You can sometimes get one-shots. So yes, in terms of the KV-2, that would be 910 average damage, 85mm of penetration. That has the same penetration as the E100's high explosive ammunition. Well, actually no, it's got one better. Oh god, I didn't know that. So yes, the rate of fire, complete crap. It was never going to be any good. 20-second reload. On a heavy tank with a 152mm gun, you're never going to get a good reload. What do you expect? Turret traverse speed, CC 0.69. It's not quick. Gun depression and elevation, again, -7. Not bad. 12 degrees up. Don't really know what to say about that. Aiming time, complete garbage. 0.58 accuracy at 100 metres. It's hilarious, it's derpy. Because this thing, as it's the KV-2, it will hit the shot you don't expect it to. You can see a sliver of a tank's turret. You can see the tiniest bit of the turret, and this thing will manage to hit it, even though it is very, very, very inaccurate. I mean, it sometimes struggles to hit the targets right in front of it, but it can snipe like a beast. Don't hold me to that. So average damage per minute 2028. That's with armour piercing, that's not with high explosive. So against Tier 6 tanks, this thing is very, very good with the high explosive. Against Tier 8 tanks, if you don't get shot, this thing's brilliant, because it will do 300 damage to most tier 8 tanks. Tiger 2s. I'm not sure about the VK100-01P. How it depends on how heavily armoured the target is. So yeah, the gun, high damage, low accuracy, low penetration, 86 mil. It sounds like a recipe for disaster, but for those who've never played the tank before, that's what it exactly sounds like. But for those who have played the tank, it's brilliant. It works. It just works. Survivability, 860 hit points. Not bad. Not bad. It's got less than the OI and less than the heavy tank number 6. But this thing I find 860 is fine. Hull armour 75, 75, 70. That's not bad. However, one KV-2 can quite easily penetrate another KV-2 from the rear. And well, the thing is with hitting the side, because of the inaccuracy of the tank, if you are aiming here, you're probably going to hit the track. So you always aim for the turret. I mean, the turret side, 75 mil. So you'll penetrate every time, kill it in one shot. Because at 860 hit points, that's a very low roll for 910 average damage. You might be thinking, the fronts, can you penetrate the front with this? Well, because it's slightly sloped, no. RNG says no. Meaning that you'll do 400 damage to it, but it won't penetrate it. If you hit here on the turret, yes, you will penetrate. This is the main flaw with the KV-2, the flat turret. I mean, when it says 70 millimeters of armor, there's no effective armor on that. That's just 70 millimeters. You're not going to not penetrate anything with 70 millimeters of penetration, but again, it could be worse. 75 mil, not the worst. If you come across some tier 4 tanks, which is always lovely in this, then they may struggle to penetrate, they may bounce, they may track you, they may do whatever, but still. Weight 54.5 tons, 600 horsepower, so 11.01 horsepower per ton. That's crap. But then again, this tank was never built for speed. It's not quick. I mean, 35 kilometers an hour forward isn't quick. They weren't heavy tanks. Well, especially Soviet heavy tanks aren't quick. They're never going to be quick. I say that, and you look at the 252U, it can go 35, so it's the same as this. The IS can go 34. I think the quickest is probably the IS-7. That thing has always been quite quick. Alright, concealment really doesn't matter unless you're planning to be a spotting, unless you're planning to a spotting tank, unless you're planning to be a sniping tank, a tank destroyer, but you don't do that in this. Close range is always best. It's where everything is more effective because of how close up you are, apart from armour, of course. Spotting, 330 view range, I'm not too sure. As far as I can tell, that isn't too good. 560 signal range, again, not too good. This thing requires other tanks to help it to spot. Crew, 100% crew. Well, this is everything with 100% crew. The KV-2 has a selection of 2 guns. You've got the 122mm U11, which, as far as I could tell, complete crap. This gun is the gun you get on the T150, and I say, if you want this gun, get the T150, don't put it on the KV-2. The KV-2 is well known for having this derpy 152mm gun. The 107mm gun isn't bad, but it just doesn't suit the tank. You get better penetration, but your damage is far lower, and it's not as effective against higher tiered tanks. So, my configuration, I've got a full 36 high explosive rounds, no armour piercing in any sense of the word. I mean, so that armor piercing has 136 millimeters of penetration, and that one has 110. So premium rounds on this, they aren't worth it. They really aren't worth it. You may as well just fire high explosive, because if you're going to hit a low armoured target, you'd rather do 910 damage or more than 700 damage. So I have heavy spall liner, reason being I'm always attacked by artillery in every single tank I go in, including artillery. Enhanced gun laying drive to decrease that aiming time. I think without the gun laying drive, the aiming time is far worse. 10% worse, as a matter of fact. So if you're a mathematician, you could probably work that out. If not, I'll have to have a quick look at the KV-2's base stats. And a large caliber tank gun rammer. That's pretty obvious to get the reload down to 20 seconds. I think it's far more than that. If we have a look in the comparison, I should be able to tell you the standard stats. Current crew. Sorry, this is the first time I've done this properly. I sound like a weirdo. So with the 152mm apply, okay. With a 50% crew, holy cow! Hoo-hoo! No, with high explosive. Nope, nope, and nope. So, with a 50% crew, only firing high explosive, take off the camouflage, and with the top everything, so 910 damage per shot. Yeah, 86mm of penetration. God, rate of fire is only 2.02. Reload 29 seconds, nearly 30 seconds. Traverse speed's 12.9. Aim time's 4.9 seconds with a dispersion of 0.74. With 1,835 DPM. Oh dear. Spotting 259, view range and 355 signal range. Yeah. I'd say with this thing, make sure you've got a fully trained crew. I would definitely recommend a spall liner. I would definitely recommend a gun laying drive, and I would definitely recommend a large caliber tank gun rammer. Because that decreases your aiming time, decreases your reload time. It makes the tank far more usable, which is what you like to see. So let's go into some live gameplay. Hopefully we can Tier 6 battle. Tier 6 battles with this thing are just hilarious fun, because you come across Tier 5s and Tier 4s that will just die quickly, like T67s. T67s are hilarious in this thing. A Tier 7 game could be far worse, and their Tier 7s are very lightly armoured. Right. So strong tank is going forward. I'll probably go down here to this corner and wait for somebody to try and cross down into there, and we'll then shoot them in the flank. I mean, Cromwells, if you shoot them in the flank, they go. SU-85, yeah, why not? Even a KV-1. Just everything about the KV-2 is unique. I mean, this gun is just so derpy and fun. I recommend everyone get this tank. I mean, luckily there's no KV-2s on the enemy team, because no doubt I'd embarrass myself and would get killed, one-shotted by that KV-2. Cromwell going to go through there. Okay. Can't see the BK. So T-71 and Cromwell B have come down here. Look at that aiming time. It's not good even with the enhanced gun lane drive. It really will. It'll never be good. And there we go. That's why you have the 152mm gun on the KV-2. One-shotting the tier 7 auto-loading light tank. Yes. So that. And even though we didn't penetrate that KV-1, we still did 323 damage. Now in this situation, I don't expect to bounce any shells, but if you angle the tank correctly, you will bounce a few shells. Oh great, me gunner's dead. You don't want a dead gunner in this. You will not hit anything. So that Type 62's made it through alive, I think. T-3485M's dead, that's good, because that thing's a little monster. BK's dead. Again, the damage of that, it's just perfect to wipe out those tanks that are on half health at this tier. 20 seconds in this battle, 20 seconds in a battle doesn't seem long. I mean, playing this, I've not felt the need to. I've not felt like I've been waiting forever to reload, even though it is. 20 seconds is a long, long time compared to, I don't know, a reload of a Tiger. Let's see if we take an issue 85. Keep him sniping KV-2. Of course we can. Strong tank always wins. Got the top. We need to get back to the base. The AMX is invaded. You see, angling the tank. Okay, it's firing premium, and now I've got 2 tanks on me. Okay, so there goes the ammo. It's everywhere I go, just littered with light tanks. Oh, great. Great. Thanks, guys. Typical, have a good battle and then we're complete. The team are complete crap. The engine's damaged. Well, that's a loss. It's annoying. The radio operator's injured. We can't rely on Cromwell. Okay, well done, Cromwell. Bishop just die, come on. Anyway, good battle for the KV-2, despite the fact we bloody lost. 2,133 damage. Blocked a little bit of damage too. High caliber, second class. They still lost 11 grand. Oh God, don't come anywhere near, does it? But in that battle you've seen the strengths and weaknesses of the KV-2. When you're against a Cromwell, pardon me, sorry, against a Cromwell or a KV, or against a Cromwell or a Type 64, then you're going to have problems. You can take out one, but the other can just flank you. And with a slow turret like that, then you're gonna, with a slow turret like that, you can't keep up with them. You're gonna have to turn the tank, and no doubt because they're flanking you, you won't be able to. Sorry about my burping. It's probably hilarious to some people and childish to others. I can't help it. It's what happens. It's a bodily function. Anyway, second battle, and we are in a tier 8 battle. Ooh, a Scorpion G. No. Hopefully we can derp some shots into tanks. Go on. Because the thing is, you want to go where the heavy tanks go, but you want to also avoid tanks like the Carnarvon and the VK-100-01P, because they have decent guns. Well, the VK-100's gun is extremely good, and it's got very, very good armour. So I'll probably do 200 damage to him. And this is the problem I find on this map. Everyone seems to go one way. They never go two ways. There's always one flank left open. I know I seem to get down the flank that isn't bloody left open. And this thing isn't good at holding its own on a flank. It's good at taking out low health targets. Or high health, low armoured targets, as you saw in the last battle with a T-71. The Scorpion's been spotted. Hopefully, if he stays spotted, we'll get a shot into him. That'd be lovely. In that 12T, went forward, got spotted, lost a large amount of health. I'm not going to be able to spot it, it was the IS-2. Are you kidding? You're not going to penetrate the front of that. I'm only firing at it because it's a 5.9 explosive. And everyone's retreating. This flank is already been flanked. Because I'm slow, I probably won't get away with it. I'll probably end up getting killed. Still, if I was in an equivalent tier 8 heavy, I'd have done no damage to that VK there. I could see to that one plane. But in this, aiming for weak spots means not very much. I mean, against a heavily armoured tank like the VK, there's no point for a weak spot particularly. Might do a couple of extra damage because it's a lower armoured area, but you don't want that gun to shoot at you. You don't want a lot. You don't want the VK's gun to shoot at you because you'll just die instantly. Most tier 8 heavies, if they shoot you, you'll be lucky to get away with it. Especially the Soviet 122mm guns that you see on the IS. The IS-3. I've got a penetration on the Panther! Oh Christ, there's an IS-2. Better get moving. Well, there goes the tier 7 medium tank. Hey there. I know the Panther's not what you call armoured like a fortress, but good lord, I thought it might have. I thought it would have put him more in a fight. In all honesty, I thought I'd have done 4 or 500 damage. See what I mean by RT? One RT in this game, and it goes for the tier 6 heavy, rather than, oh, I don't know, tier 8 heavy. That makes sense. Great stuff. Looks like in this video, guys, you're going to see 2 fails. You're going to see 2 losses. I think I should record all the time. I do bloody well when I'm recording. TD's in a position to shoot him. Luckily he's missed, and his reload's probably going to be about 10 seconds. Oh god, there's a Dickomax and a Strove. Oh, go and finish him off now. And I bounced him. This armour can be effective. Critical hit, but didn't do any damage. Oh Christ. I was never going to do anything from the rear of the tank, was I? Especially against the Carnarvon. It's amazing you have two supposedly very good... Oh my god. What has this guy done? You see, this is why teams... This is why people get angry on World of Tanks. Did the Dickomax just do that? Well, Dickomax, you're going to be on YouTube. Marlon the Beast. Yeah. What a dickhead. Should I have one more game? See if we can win? Probably do absolutely pathetic. I've lost 25 grand! Come on! 40 grand in consumables. Oh. That's why I hate how easy it is to use them, because the money just down the drain. Come on. Good battle, please. I think with that Panther, I must have hit the roof of his turret. This has got the potential to be a good battle. I must have hit the roof of... I must have hit the Panther's turret. Surely I couldn't have hit anything else. Unless there's a weak spot on the Panther I've forgotten about. Anyway, tier 7 game on Sacred Valley, where you can no longer climb according to World of Tanks. Well, according to Wargaming, as I said, they fixed that problem. But people still try. 2 artillery, guarantee you'll be hit by both of them. See, look, there's the counterpart to this, the T-150. That gun can be mounted to this turret. Is it worth it? No. I mean, you wouldn't have seen me kill a T-71 in one shot. You wouldn't have seen me kill that Panther. You've seen me do 2 to 3, well, probably 2 to 300 damage, maybe 400 to me. Or maybe 400 damage to them, sorry. Bloody hell, it's like I'm on crack. And so you'd have seen me do that damage to them, but it wouldn't have killed them. And I'd say if you're prepared to wait 20 seconds for a reload, it's well worth it, this gun. It is well worth it. Do I sneak around the back? Little mighty bombs. Skoda, I love Skoda. Especially as they've got no side armour, so if you get any of the side on them, you should be able to open them. Well, I said I've got no side armour, that's a bit stupid of me. Of course I have side armour. Okay, better go outside. Oh, damn it. Oh, Christ. Where is everyone? God's sake. Well, at least the IS-2 missed. Oh, trying to kill this one. What are you guys doing? Seriously? Come on. What are you side scraping from? Typical, the win will be on the worst battle I've had. $870 damage. Okay. I think the only thing that damaged was the KV-85. Anyway guys, that's it for today's video. But the KV-2 tank, definitely worth getting. I mean, I hold my maximum experience in a battle. It's not very... Oh, okay. Okay, no, that just made me look completely stupid, but one of my maximum experiences in a battle is held in the KV-2. So, it's a tank I'd get, considering I have it. It's a tank that I'd recommend anybody get. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.